Hello, YouTubies. I'm Grant. This is the garage. This is Granty's garage. And in this video, we're going to show you how to replace the window regulator in a Porsche 986, but not this one. So a quick little bit on why you might do this. Fundamentally, if your window is not operating correctly, but you can hear the motor going, it's more than likely the window regulator is at fault. The cables in them can stretch and snap over time, and that causes absolutely no movement, some movement, uneven movement, and it's likely the regulator that you'll need to change if you can hear the motor going. So let's show you how. For this job, you will need 13mm socket or spanner, 10mm socket or spanner, whatever you spin them with, perhaps an extension's nice, Phillips screwdriver, get his permission first, trim pry tools, my knife, P30 Torx bit, P20 Torx bit, 4mm Allen bolt or key, get his permission also, and whatever you'd spin those with. That's it.
And here's what you might want: a Granty's Garage 986 sticker. Thank you for supporting the channel, link in the description below. Start this job by disconnecting the battery. You will not need to remove the airbag, and then you need to remove the door card. There will be a link down below to a full video on how to do this. You start by removing the screw behind the door handle. Use your pry tool to remove the top left piece in the picture. Use your pry tool to remove the plastic cover above the door handle, and then your T30 to remove the screw that is once revealed to you once you remove that. You then use a pry tool to pop this little trim piece up from the bottom up and over, and then you use your T30 again to remove the long screw within there. You then need to get your pry tools again and remove the little logo piece within the airbag, and behind him is the 4mm Allen bolt. Remove that as well. If your car has it, you also need to go and remove the Phillips screw from within the door card. It's then just a case of popping off the clips to remove the door panel. You lift it from the top, it's hanging there, and then disconnect the clips and the door lock mechanism. The next part to gain access to the window regulator is to remove the membrane. I'm splitting the glue with a knife here because you're able to then just reattach it and it should be fine. Using a T20 to take the cover off the speaker, disconnecting its electrical plug, and then removing the rest of the membrane and working my way round. You only really need to do the bottom half, you don't need to remove the airbag. Once you've done this, get Phillips help to just remove the screws from around the speaker. And when all of those are removed, you will actually be able to remove the entire speaker from the door. It's a slightly odd shape, the box, but it does fit. Just wiggle it round and you'll see, with any logic, not for that you can see through the membrane in this video, you can just get that speaker out. With the window in its most upright position, you can access the glass mounts through these two little rubber bungs here. So use your pry tool, or if you do it with your fingers, just remove those. And then when you have a look inside them, you will see these screws here. And this is the clamp holding the glass into the frame. Go ahead and loosen those up. That will allow you to remove the glass. You don't need to take them out all of the way. If you do, it's not a problem. They only fall in the bottom of the door. And once you've loosened them enough, you will be able to go ahead and lift the glass up and out and take it out of the door. Here you can see the problem that this one has had. It's just cleanly snapped, and that's why the window is not operating. With the glass out, get your 10mm and undo these 3 bolts. These are what hold the plate that's ultimately got the motor in it. Take off the bolts, and then you should be able to push or pull, depending where your hand is, the motor from the frame of the door. Let the motor drop down, and then you could get better access to remove the electrical connector for it. The regulator itself is held in with 4 bolts, 2 at the top here, 10mm, and there are 2 at the bottom. Undo the top ones first, and then come to the bottom of the door and remove these rubber bungs to allow you access to the 10mm bolts that are also on the bottom. Last thing you need to do, check if you have this cable tie here and cut it. The whole assembly is now ready to come out, and here comes the great wiggle. The easiest way to do this is feed your arm up and push the top pieces loose on each end, and then you just lift them out of the feet positions at the bottom that the bolts are going through, and eventually you can wiggle out the entire thing with the motor still attached. While you're in there, don't forget to look for little bits of treasure like I did in Jim's car. On the bench, I have both here, showing you the parts that have been broken. It's a lot easier to work with it, not on the floor. Then use the 13mm to undo the 3 bolts that run through the channels on the motor. This holds it onto the plate and also the spline into the mechanism for the regulator. When they're out, you can just pry them apart and give it a little tug, and eventually they'll separate. And ultimately, we're now going to move this motor onto the new assembly. So this is the motor we pulled out. Put a little bit of grease back on it around where the bearings for it are, and go ahead, reattach it as the opposite or the reverse of what we just did to remove it, reusing those 13mm bolts. A quick check before you install the new one is check that these stops are in the right positions. They are different per car between like the 996 and the 986, so just marry it up to the same position as the one that you have removed from the car. It's a simple screw, and then you line them up, they're the same position. Ultimately, from this point, putting it back together is just the reverse of everything that we've done. So we go for the great wiggle to actually get the assembly in here. It does help to seat the bottom first into the stand points that the bottom bolts go into, and then you can pull the bits round through to the top. I find this easier if you position the motor last, but don't worry if it takes a little bit of time, this can do. And then just make sure once they're in, you start attaching bolts to anchor various bits in. And then you just need to go around and tighten up all of the bolts. These are all the 10mm, remember. Make sure you've loosened the window clamps, then you can start positioning the glass back in place. Keep it relatively loose until you can do a few up and downs just to check you're happy with where it's seated. When you shut the door and the battery's back connected, the window should rise a bit into the roof.
If you're still here and found that useful, please give the video a thumbs up, comment down below a thank you, anything like that. Just help the video get some engagement. That's always nice. If you want to support the channel, you can do by subscribing for free. You can become a YouTube member for less than £1 a month or £1 a month, whatever it is. And even better, you can go and buy one of our stickers. There's a whole playlist of DIY how-to videos for these cars. Again, the whole point of this is the labor that is sometimes required to do some of the jobs that are actually quite DIY friendly when you know how, sort of outweigh against the value of these days. So I want to keep as many of them going. If you enjoyed that, subscribe. You'll find the playlist for it on the channel. There'll be more videos to come, including a whole load on this rather sorry looking thing. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.